Howdy, Big Beefy Burger here on the episode of the Binding of Expense Plus. We got 30! 30 on the Eden streak. This seems like kind of just a boring ass item to start with, but I do like that item, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's still hot today. Was debating whether or not I should. Well, I want to play Isaac, so that's the main reason I was like, I'm gonna record. Small Rock is huge. That immediately just solves our damage problems for probably the remainder of the run until we get to like Womb. So that's pretty good. Got everything started for this super ultra run. Like an infinite source of bombs is pretty cool. I would like that. I don't know if I'll be able to use it, like get it, just because of it's currently a little expensive. Hopefully we can try to actually like get it. I was gonna say like I don't know, like have a more thoughtful way of just saying get it. Like I don't know, maybe we can weasel our way into getting a particular item I want is like some sort of like way I was imagining to be saying that, but then my brain was just like, get it. You know, I'm having a good time though. Last run was pretty fun. It had a lot of familiars in it. I'm sure if somebody likes Weezer, they're pretty mad about it. You know, I want to talk about that just because, like, you know, I've been enlightened at intent when it comes to like certain things, you know. I mostly like rage games where like you don't want to just make your game like easy and digestible and forgettable. You just don't want to do that. But the thing I wanted to like talk about real quick is dude, and this mostly is gonna just be like internet discourse involved. But I was thinking about it when I made the Weezer joke. Is like how actually insane, like we all know, like I guess a really good example of what I'm about to put out is like people that are fans of something get like personally offended when you are not a fan of it. Or like just don't even know about its existence. And I have a negative perception of literally like it's just unrational at this point is the best way to describe it. But like I have an irrational dislike for Weezer, not to do with Weezer. I mean, the few songs I've heard, I just didn't. They sound good, but the lyrics are not something I want to hear. I'd be fine with like an instrumental version, which is actually probably pretty true. For a lot of music, at least for me. I'm just gonna use a bomb and do this. It's like, whether or not it's a joke or not, who cares? Because there are people online that genuinely like have this level of disdain and they're not joking. And again, Sonic fans are like the example I want to use, just because they're particularly loud when or they're particularly noteworthy just because some people are really just passionate, like that passionate to get upset. But it's like, people are like that with music so fucking much, genuinely. I don't like date people or anything. I'm not like anything like that. But like every time, I don't like talking about music because of how like judgmental people are. Like my genre of music, I feel like Jade in Animations explained it, where it's like a weird topic. It's like one of those ones that's weird for me too, where I'm just like, yeah, I just like music. Like video game soundtracks is mine, because I just like how things sound, not necessarily the lyrics. I just like the emotion that they like instill in me is like my reason I like music. But anyway, is how judgmental people are. Some people are, again, whether or not it's a joke or not, because you do not like or do not know what a music that they are particularly passionate about. And it's like, you put your albums on like dating sites, and it's like you swipe left not because of personality, but it's like I like this album, and it's like you're lame, fuck that album sucks, next. It's insane to me that like people do that. And I don't know if that's just like a way to gauge, like music taste is a good way to gauge like character, but it's also just like there's a couple of YouTubers I like to watch sometimes, or at least I haven't watched them in a while because either they've pursued other things, or just generally don't upload anymore. But like a lot of them were like big fans of Weezer, which Weezer's pretty popular, so that's not very a shocking statement to make, but the jokes that they make regarding if you don't know what a song is, where they get like they make a joke that's actively hostile, and it's like I don't care if that's trolling or not, because there are literally like 10-year-olds that get super mad if you say like Tails the Fox is like the lamest character in Sonic the Hedgehog, which is not an opinion I have, but if you say that, somebody is going to be really fucking mad. But also, on that same end, if I don't say, like, Tails the Fox is the lamest character ever, that's gonna make somebody else mad, too. So, like, Weezer just kind of has this, like, music in general just gives me that sort of just, like, I don't even want to engage in a conversation with this if, like, we're gonna just devolve into petty insults or threats of violence because we're so fucking desensitized, I guess. I just don't vibe with that, you know? I do vibe with this item, though, because this is, like, an item I don't get to have very often that is very fun. But, whereas to me, I'm like, as long as your, like, enjoyment is not, putting down other people, or outright illegal, I'm like, okay. Dude, I feel like Hello Kitty is not even a good example. Like... I like Hello Kitty. I'm like, dude, that's cool. You like Hello Kitty? That shit's sick. Enjoy what you like. I feel like we need more positivity like that. Where it's like, oh, you like Hello Kitty? I can't really think of like primarily female demographic properties that I like. I did like the Barbie movie. I've actually watched it now. Like, actually pretty good, so I guess that's it. I don't know, maybe I need to go, like, watch Sex in the City or something. But, I don't know, it's just, like, Hansune Miku is something that I used to not care about. Anime in general, like, yeah, sort of as well. But now I'm like, dude, Hansune Miku is, like, sick. You like Hansune Miku? And I know, like, people that are, like, out of the loop and don't care about Hansune Miku, they're like, you got the weird... superiority complex people are like, oh wow, Hansune Miku, wow, you're so fucking cringe. But I'm like, dude, that is sick. It's like pretty cool. Yeah, I get to hear about, and Hansune Miku is far from obscure when I say this as a way to describe it. That's probably not a way to use a bomb there. But it's just like, I don't know. I want to hear about your hobbies, and rather than immediately judging you based off of them, I'll just be like, hey, hey, friend that I'm meeting, what do you like? It's like coding. It's like, yeah, I can give you an example of, like, coding really wasn't my, sort of, I don't really like coding myself, but I do appreciate the effort that goes into coding, especially because, for me, who is not super educated in it, it's fucking frustrating. And I don't like looking at a screen, but that's your, like, creative process that you enjoy. I can relate it to my own creative process, and then we have, like, a genuine, meaningful discussion that's not just like, Sonic the Hedgehog was a 1 out of 10, fuck you, kill yourself. You know? There's, like, more meaningful ways to do your media than immediately just being like, wow, you don't know this media? You're a hostility instantly. Even as a joke. I don't care. Because too many people do it as not a joke for me to... distinguish it. And then on top of that, you could always just be like, oh well, I was just trolling when I made that joke, or was I doing that? And it's like, well, you know, liars exist, right? You know, like, people do that just to lie. Like, people are just not genuine a lot of the time. So I don't like, if you're immediately just like, I think trolling is basically the same as lying. is a good way to put that. Which is, you know, that's at least like, it's like some level of like interpretativeness. Like, you know, there's like a certain level of value to having interpretations that you can use. Like sometimes I make I like rage bait. Like I did it last episode saying I didn't like TF2, but I do. Or like all the other things I said, like I haven't watched Digital Circus, but I need to actually watch it. Like stuff like that. And I don't feel good. Just being like, this sucks. I haven't watched them yet, so I need to watch them. I just didn't like one of the characters immediately who barely improves. So eventually I will actually watch it. That'll probably be the next thing I like sit down and binge on my my time off from working on stuff and not streaming, taking my day off. But yeah, music. Weezer has that. Just like I just don't even talk to you. I guess that's why the albums make sense. You know what? I'm gonna flip around and see it from their perspective. And it's like, oh, you like Weezer? You're probably, I don't know. I guess, are there just stereotypes built on people other than the fact that the only... Because I also have like people that are like normal and not chronically online that I talk to. Who also just like Weezer, and he's like, yeah, I just like Weezer because it sounds good and fucking the music is good, and, you know, that's the base of it. It's not like, dude, how can you not like fucking Weezer? You're a fucking loser. Get the pitchforks out. I would actually shoot you in real life for this. No, I'm actually just trolling. I wouldn't actually go that far. That was a lie, a troll actually. I didn't even get my item room because I was talking about Weezer. But you know. I don't know. It's just like stuff like that is just like, it's just weird to me. I don't know. And then I'm over here like with the awkward like be like, oh yeah, what's your favorite song? Deltarune had a really good soundtrack. I like Deltarune. Like that's where my brain goes. I'm just like, this song sounded good, and it gave me a good emotion during the point of the story where it was important. And like, Waterfall is one of my favorite songs ever, mostly because of the environment helping aid the audio to have particularly memorable moments. Like, I don't know, like that's why I like that song rather than, I don't know the lyrics of Weezer. I'm sure like people make those sort of connections too, or they just like the story. I know rap's very popular because of I'm not a fan of rap in general, just because I don't really care about the guy's ego. You know. But I don't know, there's like inspiring is a good way to put it. Or it's like this guy got dealt a bad hand and he came up from nothing, and that's like inspiring to hear, and it's like, one day you hope to be like that. It's like, yeah, I get that. That's pretty sick. And then you got one where it's like some guy saying that he would gleefully kill you and your whole family, including your grandparents and children, and I'm like, does that make you a tough guy, or does that just make you like an admission of guilt? For fucking what? Beef? I don't know. That's pretty lame. I guess you can just live your life fucking sad and I'll live mine. Is a good way to put a song like that. I don't even like... on that same topic, I don't like YV's song for the exact same reason, where he says, like, I'd fucking gun down the oldest grandma, or like, you'd know, and it's like, alright. So my own grandmother, you would get pleasure out of that. Alright. I'm just not gonna play Nuclear Throne then. I don't like that character because of that. I'm gonna just take that. That'll be really good for the end of the game. It's like shit like that is like the kind of rap I don't want to fucking hear, because I'm like, dude. Relax. You got one life on Earth. And so that's the way you fucking use it, I guess. even though it's a fictional character in that particular song. But people like actually rap like that though. You know what? On a funny topic of rap, I guess I'll take this because like it might actually end up being a problem. And you know what? I'm gonna take this too, even though it lowers my speed, but that potentially gives me more damage for the remainder of the run. I didn't want to do that, unfortunately. Let me just kill greed real quick. Focus up on that greed. Where's the train of thought? It was like music. I don't know, just don't be an asshole. That's my like advice for life, is just don't be an asshole, but like it works for a lot of people, unfortunately, and that's why like Twitch is so popular, I guess. At least the people on Twitch that are the most popular. Is just being the like worst, most like hateful human being on planet Earth. And there are a lot of them on that platform. I mean, Kick exists. Dude, okay, here we go. We've come a long way from media. Or, like, the stuff I grew up with was, like, a guy, Fred Figglehorn, which is not his real name. I don't remember his actual name. I think it's, like, I don't remember his first name. Like, pitching up his voice and screaming into a mic. And now we have, like, people live streaming genuine crimes. And it's like, man, we have gone downhill. If that's, like, entertainment now. I don't know. So about that's just, like, sad. You know what? Fuck it. Like, what am I gonna do with all this health? I'm gonna just use this. I'm straight up. I don't want to do that room. There's like a nostalgic feeling. I feel, and I also I feel like a lot of people don't know who Fred is if you're younger, because you just didn't grow up with that section of YouTube, and you grew up with like people, I don't know, trying to sell you like Gatorade clones and fucking trash and moldy food. I don't know. Dude, this guy's getting fucking... He's getting... Is this political? YouTuber beef political? I feel like it's not. It's pretty inconsequential to a lot of people. Except the ones that got food poisoning. Which probably didn't happen. Just because it was a massive recall, and, you know, it was well known. Dude, what are these items? Give me every single one. I'm very slow. Bad gas. Luck down. Health up. Perks. I'm just gonna use this. I guess we'll take Guppy's tail and regret it later. And then we'll buy something in the shop, hopefully. And it's gonna end up being greed, unfortunately. That's my assessment of how this is gonna go. I'm gonna just puke a Mantra's long shot into your face. I'm gonna try to buy a card so I don't have to do the thing later. Quicker charge does nothing for us. Restock does nothing for us. That does nothing for us. That could do something for us. I guess I'll just take a gift. Not particularly good. Could be good, but unfortunately it won't be. Alright. Dude, this guy's got YouTuber beef. Dude, I was blown away that people get actual careers in, like, streaming. That's dumb of me to have taken that hit. And a good example of why I shouldn't have taken, like, number 2 when I have a charge item. But I was shocked to see that, I guess it's just kind of in the same topic of, profiting off of suffering, you know? Or, like, doing bad shit, like Kick. Is the fact that there are, like, people in prison that just make careers being in prison, like, getting into fights and shit. I was like, that's insane. That's, like, doable. And that's also, like, a valid source of income for some people. I don't know how frequent that is, but I've seen stories on it. I'm like, damn, dude. It really does pay to be an asshole when you don't give a fucking shit about anybody else. It doesn't it? Let's just use, like, get a lot of damage out there early. Because you're not going to spawn any enemies. I'm most likely going to get a lot of value out of having a lot of money. And I'm going to use it for damage, for temporary things. So obviously we're going to take Cricket's head. The continuous, I don't remember the tier rate increasing thing when you shoot. It breaks with Monstro's Lung and doesn't work. Like your charge will go up faster, but then you can't shoot because it doesn't count your tier rate increasing for charges. But it will look like you're charged, and it's very bad. And I don't know if it got patched. Which it would help if that ended up happening. I don't know. Ooh, I got a flight, so I can just go in here and get troll bombs. Yay! This Hangman card is completely useless, by the way, so I'm just gonna, like, use it now. We are unfortunately, like, tiptoe speed. That fucking hit me is insane, actually. That's pissed. That pisses me off. How does that one hit you? Shot speed up is good, and a better card, maybe? Oh, the stars. You know, that's a little bit better. It teleports me to a random location. Which is better than nothing, I guess. I'm gonna shoot this guy, and I'm gonna shoot this one. I'm glad to have Monsters Lung. It's a pretty fun item. It sounds sarcastic when I said it like that, but I'm speaking out of just a genuine appreciation for this item. I don't get to use it very often. Is the butt bombs... I know, I think it is just the same speed. It just feels like it's delayed due to my shot speed. I can't, like, charge an attack if I don't want that to happen. And then I'm just gonna, like, sneak shot you and then hopefully get a key. Probably won't get any keys. You know why? Because I picked up Guppy's tail. Guppies fail, in fact. I guess we can just use our, You're gonna have one of these bombs, because I just really don't want you to do that. That counted as a kill for Bloody Lust. That's kind of funny. For you people, like, really trying to get some value out of Bloody Lust plus Blood Puppy, there's a valuable synergy right there. One more increment to your damage for the room. Alright, so I'm gonna just let Blood Puppy take care of the doppel. You're not even shooting at me. Alright, never mind. Just doesn't know how to, like, fight me. I figured out a good way to help with the heat, by the way. I have, I bought a bunch of... These are like rags you're supposed to get wet, so when you're outside you can wet them, and it helps you stave off the heat death of the sun. So I bought like 4 of them when they were on clearance. So I can properly, like, remove them. We did touch a book. No, we didn't touch a book this run. Was that last run? That was last run. Sometimes the runs just, like, meld together because I'm mentally I'm in autopilot. I'm in ramble mode. But not like Rambo mode, like where I get 2 machine guns and start, like, spinning around in a circle and, like, killing guys. I'm assuming that's what Rambo does. I haven't watched any of them. I actually don't want to, because I really don't give a shit about guy with guns action movie, you know? But he's referenced equally as much as, like, Matrix, so maybe I should get on that and watch it. Even though I don't really have interest in seeing it. Which one you gotta watch? Oh, you gotta watch, Rambo, Rams. I'm assuming there's like 400 of them. I also don't think I've ever seen a Bond film. That's more fun, I'm taking it. Don't care. Die. You have my permission to die. Yeah, we're just on topic of getting people mad. But also just, like, don't get mad about it. I think the only time I get mad at, like, discourse is when I say I don't like Elden Ring and everybody I know says, and by everybody I know, like, a handful of people get really mad when I say, like, the co-op in the game was so bad that it made it unplayable, and that's the reason I bought it, so it's not a good game. Because it's a fucking co-op game, but it's not a co-op game. But that just means our definitions of what a co-op game fucking differ, which... I don't know. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Fuck Elden Ring, it sucks. Is how I took it. I get that takeaway. Does it suck? If you don't have to deal with the online and have it not work? Okay, so that's just better, though. Did it not even increase my T rate? Do I even care if it increases my T rate? I feel like I do. It does a lot of damage. But yeah, no. There's nothing less valuable than arguing about fucking Elden Ring on planet Earth. That's for sure. The thing that got me about it, though, was being told I should have known better than to have expectations. So that's kind of crazy. That's really the only thing. Dude, Elden Ring sucks. Fighting Magma Worm 3 times in a row? 3 times out of 5, actually. It wasn't 3 in a row. 2 of them were in a row, though. Let's be real. And when you're playing in co-op, you want to fight both. Which, I can fight at the same boss, like, twice as... I fought the fucking giant, I forget what it is. It's like the giant, like, Scorpion Cosmos boss that, like, fucking gravity vortexes everybody on the map. And has, like, a one-shot, grab. But we beat him, and then immediately I was like, I'm ready for another one, let's go. What fill is this? Health up. We don't need it. We like struggled on that boss for like an hour, and then I think we beat it second try fighting it again. Unlike play it on the other co-op partners thing, which is kind of funny. Because Marco did not want to fight it again. He was like, fuck this. Hey, we beat it for second try, and he was totally just like, dude, I was actually like dreading the fact that we were actually going to do it on yours. But then we beat it very quickly after that. It's like, I don't know. I feel like it's just like not my Ember. It's a joke I like to make in like Souls games. When you're playing co-op, one of you has to spend an Ember and the other one doesn't. Specifically with Dark Souls 3, all of them are like this, like Humanities, effigies, all of them. The Frilled Fingers, even though they're the least expensive one. You know, you don't have to spend too much time. You're less invested because you have less to lose, and also you have less health, so that might actually end up making it to where a mistake like that actually ends up one-shotting you, or is more potentially dangerous just because you have that lack of health. But also not my Ember, so it's like even with the lower health, who gives a shit if I die? Let's just get some damage up on this guy. Yeah, it does a lot of damage, and then we're just gonna spam it on Blue Baby. Sick. And we teleport right there, right? I have 0 keys, which is fine. Last run, they didn't want us to have keys. This run, I actually just don't have them, and I don't need them, so... Let's use this. 6-9, that's the number you always want to see. Unless you're playing, I was gonna call it Bucky's, but it's Shipwrecked. Where you use the secret code. 6-9, 6-9. The game tells you to shut the fuck up. So I don't think Bucky wants it. Infamy. My favorite item. How about I use one of these because you're gonna give me money anyway. Pew. Pew. Have one of those. Don't like get magnetized into hitting me though. Sometimes this room freaks me out a little bit, even though, okay, I one-shot pin, so like that's not the thing that freaks me out. It's the little guy that actually equally does the same amount of damage to me. There's bookworm. Experimental pill, I mean, why not? I feel like range down is actually pretty bad, because Monstrous Lung kind of needs range to be a little better. For it to be more viable. We get away with that with shot speed, though. Being so high, and me also being able to, I don't know, like, move a bit in a direction so it actually gets sent in the... You know, your movement affects your velocity. I might just use this in, like, each room. Damn, I didn't see that one coming.
Could never have thought that would happen. You die for it.
It's pretty good. Pretty good high damage item. That was one. We one-shot him. All right. All right. Mashing Q. Go. That's 11 damage. Let's just multiply that by another insane amount of damage. Doesn't look like it's multiplying it. Let's just add it afterwards. It might just add it afterwards. Did it matter? No, we have 27 damage. That was pretty easy. Alright, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Check my links in the description. I'll see you in the next one. Don't kill me because I said Elden Ring sucks. Or do. If you want to make me feel bad, draw a picture of me stuck inside a cardboard box that said Rage Bait and a picture of Elden Ring. Draw that. It's like the stereotypical box stick food trap, but with a photo of Elden Ring.